Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Right. It's only 19 of you. Well, I mean, unless those who did not attend have other classes or so, would have been fine. Otherwise, they'll miss a lot. Excuse me. I just have the bad voice as usual. Anyway, right. So today I'll be giving you a revision, well, a detailed revision for the exam. So this is quite important, and I'm recording this section as well. So whoever did not make it, they can refer to it later. Even for you, if you want to refer to it later. Right. So first of all, I'm sure you know when your exam is. Your exam is on the 17th, which is next Sunday, starting from 5 o'clock, finishes at 6. So it's an hour paper. Now the exam will include, or might include actually, multiple choice questions. It will also have, it definitely is going to have like a binary arithmetics operations, meaning that you have to do multiplication, addition, subtraction, and so forth. Also, it will have conversion, binary conversion or numbering system conversion between system and system. It will also definitely it will have things regarding the instruction cycles. So I might give you equations or codes and ask you to tell me how this is done in the instruction cycle. Now, just some tips for you for the exam. You'll get your exam paper. It's quite not necessarily short. It will require you thinking. You need, this is the important part. You need to read each question very carefully. As I said, my instructions are always precise. I do not accept any student do what they like to do. So when I ask a question, you have to do it precisely as I ask you to do it. Okay, always know something about me. When I give a question, I am very direct, and I want a very direct answer regarding basically regarding the question itself. I mean, like, you have to read it very well, and do not miss anything. Any point I ask you to do and you miss it, you'll get a mark deducted from your paper. Right. Also, the exam coverage. The exam will be from lecture 1 to lecture 7. Okay, so you have 7 lectures of the exam. All the slides are available for you. All the recordings are available. Now, I was told some people cannot access the recordings. Is this so? Do you have problems with the recordings? Do you have problems? If you do, check. If you do not, put across. You have a problem with the recording. Now, can you tell me what the problem is? Raise your hand. Tell me what the problem is. Okay, raise your hand and tell me what the problem is. This is important. It has to be sorted because your exam is only a week away. So basically, like now, you've already finished the exam. Right? Yeah. Can you please tell me what the problem is? Okay, you've gone somehow. Okay, anyway, well, if you do have a problem, you need to sort it out as soon as possible. Only one week left for the exam. Right, well, let's get started on the some material. So what I'll do today, I'll divide today's session into 2. I think I said 3. I can't remember now. Anyway, I'm going to divide today's session into 2 sections. Really, I'm gonna give you some questions. It's for you to practice, and I'll give you the answers as well. I'll show you the answers, and also at the end of the session, I will leave you to ask questions as well if you have questions. Now, I'm going to ask: have you revised for the subject? Very important question, and answer me honestly. Have you revised? If you have revised, put green check. Have you revised? Now, one student has not. Have you revised? Have you done any revision? Have you opened any of the slides? Have you opened any of the virtual recording? Have you done any revision? Okay, yeah, okay. Most of you have. Okay, most of you have. It is very important, right? Honestly, if you think you're gonna leave it to the last weekend, you will fail. And I'm telling you this based on my experience. If you leave your revision 2 days or 3 days before your exam, you will fail my exam, no doubt. My exams require a lot of you need to work. It requires a lot of thinking and a lot of understanding. Anyway, let's get a crack on. Right. So let me start with the first problem. Now this question. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay. First of all, before I start on this, right, let's review the. I'll review each chapter and I'll tell you what's this about. Now, chapter 1, it's a theoretical chapter. You need to study the theory. You might get asked a few questions, theory questions. Okay, so it was like a general understanding of the computer. So you need to memorize it basically and understand the concept. So you might get asked a couple of questions regarding this chapter, a theoretical question which you have to answer. Right, or you might get them in a form of a multiple choice. Now, lecture 2 and lecture 3 to do with binary, which I will go through now. So very important 2 lectures, very important. You're definitely going to get asked questions regarding this. Right. Now let's just do some conversion. Now, if I give you this problem. Let me get my pen as usual. I always forget it. Now, if I give you this problem, I say, okay, then you have A, B, C, dot, D, E. It is in hexadecimal, of course, because as you can see, we have letters, and I ask you to convert it to binary. Convert it to binary. Now, I'll give you 2 minutes to think about it or to try it. I'm sure, do you have all pen and papers? You should have pen and papers in front of you now because I will ask you to do questions. So try this question for me. I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll leave the chat on as well if you want to discuss the problem or Okay, yeah, I have a question. Yeah, Munira, go on.
Hi, Victor. Not like a question. I solved it. So we don't have to raise our hand if we solve.
Do you not speak up? I can't hear you very well. Munira? I couldn't hear you very well, Munira. I'm sorry. Okay. Right. You solved the question only. I don't have a question. Okay. Solve the question. You've done it. Okay. That's good. That's good if you have done it. Okay. That's good. Okay, so I'm getting good responses there. You've solved it. So, right, who can volunteer to solve this question? Who can volunteer to solve this question? Who wants to volunteer? Okay, you want to volunteer, right? Let me give you the permission. In fact, yeah, here we go. Now you can actually write on this whiteboard. Can you solve it for us? And I'll open the mic for you as well. You can speak as you solve it.
Okay, we will solve it. A, it's equal to 10, which is 1 1.
Yep. Just hang on.
1 0. Sorry, I don't know how to write with this.
Okay, okay, use the mouse. Right, use the mouse to write. Okay, use the mouse to. Do you have a mouse or a laptop?
No, I'm laptop. I don't have a mouse.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it could be difficult actually. Yeah.
Okay, let me type in chat.
Okay. Actually, you're on the right track. So basically, if we have, as I said to you, always in hexadecimal, we go from 0 to 15. Okay, remember this. So obviously, we can only go from 0 to 9. After 9, it's 10. So we cannot use 10 because it has 2 digits. It has the 0 and it has the 1. So we use alphabets instead. We go from A to F. So always A is equivalent to, as Munira said, to 10. Okay, and then we have B equivalent to 11, C equivalent to 12. We have D equivalent to 13, and we have E equivalent to 14, and we have F equivalent to 15. So we have from 0 to 15. Now remember well, you can write it in the chat now. Tell me in decimal, how many binary do we use for each character in the hexadecimal? 4. Yes, thank you. Right, it's 4. So let's start from the E. Let's go from the E. Right, E, as we said, is 14. Now, what is 14? What is 14 in كيف ما هي الباينري? Okay. What is 14? I'll send you now. What is 14 in binary? Yeah, it is exactly. It is 0, 1, 1, 1. Now, how do we know this is 14? Now, let me open a new page for those who might have a problem. Right. So how do I know that's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1? Okay, sorry, ignore this. How do I know it's 1, 1, 1, 0 is a 14? Right, it's easy. What you could do, always, because you're converting now from binary to decimal, we have to times multiply by 2. So we go 2, but it's to the power of 0, because as I said, we start from 0 and we go upward. Times what? Times this 0. Okay? Plus, now we can work this out. It's 2 to the power of 1, okay, because it's the next number, times by 1, which is this number here. Okay? Plus 2 to the power of 2, also times 1. Plus 2 to the power of 3, also times 1. Okay. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, but however 1 times 0 is 0, so we don't care about it. Plus 2 to the power of 1 is 2, times 1 is 2, plus 2 to the power of 2 is 4, times 1 is 4, plus 2 to the power of 3 is 8, times 1 is 8, so 8 plus 4 plus 2 equals to 12, 14, sorry, equals to 14, okay, equals to 14. So if we go back, okay, this is how we solve the 14. Okay, so 0, 1, 1, 1. So that's correct. Now the D in the same manner, but the D is 13. So what is D? What is D? Huh? Exactly correct, yep. 13. 13 is 1, 0, 1, 1. Because these will be 12, 8, and 4. 12 and 1 is 13. Now, what do we do next? What do we do next? We put the dots. Okay? The question is how to memorize each number. I gave you a table at the beginning of the semester to memorize, but however, don't try to memorize it. Try to understand it. Okay? If you want to memorize this number, I think I gave you a table at the beginning of the semester. But again, try to understand how we work. Right. C is 12. Easy. So obviously we're gonna have to put our dot, okay, because we're working in like this is just like saying 3.4. Okay, so this is valid, the point. Okay, so right, okay, now you know what are the C. The C is 12. Simply, it's 0, 0, 1, 1, because this is 8 and this is 4. We get 12. Now the B is 11. So we're gonna have 1, 1, 0, 1. Oops, I don't know places. 1, 1, 0, 1. So we have 8, 10, 11. Now, just forgive me. I'm gonna write the A here because I ran out of place. A says 10, right? So the 10 is 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so this is 8 and this is 2. They will make up 10. By the way, I will show you a trick on how to get this easy. I'll show you a trick in a minute. Okay, so this is the answer to this, right? Sorry for the mess, but this goes first, and in this order. And remember, every 4 bits in binary represent 1 hexa. Okay, so every 4 bits in binary represent 1 hexa. Right. So let's give you another question. Right. What if I say to you, convert 500. Now you also have to use these in the exam. So you put the bracket and you put a notation on which number system is this. So when I put 500 and then between bracket 10, I mean it's in decimal. So 500 in decimal converted to hexa. Now convert to hexa. Now before you convert it to hexa, can anyone tell me how would we do this? Before you solve it, tell me how can we actually work this out? Can you tell me? Okay, again, Munira, right. Can you tell me how could we actually think about this?
Okay, first of all, we have to convert the decimal to binary, then from binary to hexa by...
That's fine, yeah, that's correct. The easiest way to do this is to have an intermediate level between the two. Have an intermediate level. The intermediate level will be changing the decimal to binary because it's easy. And then again, the other step is also easy. You just have to divide the binary into 4 bits groups, and then you have your hexa. So it's fairly easy. So now the question is, how do we convert decimal to binary? How do we convert decimal to binary? Divide by 2. Yeah, thank you. That's right, divide by 2. So let's start the division. Okay, so we need to right. Okay, let's start the division. So we go 500 divided by 2. Okay, what's 500 divided by 2? It's 250. Right, 250 times 2 is 500. The remainder, الباقي, 0. Okay, that's the first one. Now. Okay, by the way, the page is not going to be enough, but I'll say. Now we're gonna have to bring this result. We're gonna have to bring it here. Okay, so we say 250 again divided by 2. It's 125. 125 times 2 is 250. Also, the remainder is 0. Okay, now we're going to have 125 divided by 2. It's 62. 62 times 2 is 124. Now the remainder is 1. We continue. Okay, we have the 62. So 62 divided by 2, you get 31. 31 divided by 31 times 2 is 62. The remainder is 0. I'm gonna have to continue down here. Sorry, excuse me. Right. So we have the 31 now. 31 divided by 2 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30. And the remainder is 1. Okay, now we have the 15. The 15 divided by 2. We have 7. 7 times 2 is 14. And the remainder is 1. Now we have the 7. We have the 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. And we have a remainder is 1. Now we have the 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And the remainder is 1. Okay. Now we have a 1 here. 1 divided by 2 is 0. Because we obviously we don't have 1s and 2s. So 1 divided by 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0, and the remainder is 1. Now, when do you stop this operation? You stop when you have the result here, 0. When the result of the division is 0, then you stop. Now, what do we do next? Can you tell me what do we do next? Yes, thank you. Some of you already solved it. Very, very good. Very good. Right. So now we have the binary. But remember, the binary will not go like this. It's rather going to go like this, meaning the last remainder you found out, you need to bring it first on the left. So you're going to have 1, how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have 5 ones, 4, 5. You're going to have 5 ones, and then you're going to have 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay? So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, 0, 1, 0, 0, and then you put the 2 out here to indicate that this is the binary. Okay? By the way, if you have a question at any point, raise your hand. This is not like the lecture, this is a revision. So any question, anything I say, anything I do, you do not understand, ask me a question straight away. Right, okay. We haven't finished. Now if you finish until this point in the exam, you get half the mark, because we haven't quite finished. So excuse me, I'm gonna use another page, because obviously the question was to convert the 500 hexa. We wanted to the 500 decimal. We wanted to convert to hexa, so we converted to binary. Now we need to continue with the hexa. So just I don't want to forget. We've got 5 ones, 0, and 100. Okay, so we had 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1. 0, 0, if I remember correctly. What happened there? 0, 0, 1, 0, and okay, that's fine. Right, okay. Now obviously it's easy. We're gonna have to count 4 bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we put our line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We also put our line, and here you can add zeros, but think about it, zeros will not be significant here. You can add them or not, but, add them. It's good to work always where your work is consistent, but it will not make a difference. Now, what is this number? This number is 4. What is this number? The middle one is F, because it's 15. Okay, but we do not have 15 in hexa, we have F. And what is this, the last number is 1. So the answer simply will be 1 F4, and that is in hexadecimal. Is this understood? Easy enough? Easy enough? Okay, good. It's fairly easy. Right. Let me give you another question. You work this out. Can you work this out? Okay, think about it. We have octal to binary. 52. I think I know what your mistake. It's not 52. Think about it. Why do you put 52 and 25? It's a binary. Convert to binary. I know I tricked you a little bit. I know where you're coming from. Think about it again. I asked you to convert to binary. Do we have numbers? Do we have like this in binary? Do you have numbers in binary? Okay, don't jump into conclusion. Think about it. Think. Why 25 converted to binary? Okay, I think you are suffering from this. Now, tell me, we said in the hexadecimal, 4 bits represent 1 hexa. What about the octal? How many bits represent 1 octal? 3. You answered me. That's it. So why all the mess up? Right. Remember something. By the way, I deliberately put this 101.01. In the previous years, I used to teach logic, and I brought it to my students in the exam, I think, and they all thought it was binary. No, it's not binary. Basically, I'm not saying 101.01. All I'm saying is 101.1%. It's octal. I'm not talking binary. Look, right? You have to always keep in mind this here. So it's octal. So you don't go 101.01 بكل بساطة 101.1%. انتهى الموضوع. Right. Now you started thinking about it now. Right. So each digit in the octal, it's 3 in the binary. Right. So 1. What is 1 in binary? As a 3-digit representation. As a 3-digit representation. Yes, thank you. It's 100. Okay. Now, what is 0 in 3-digit representation? 0000000. Now we bring our dot. Okay, we put it here. Now again, what is 1? Similarly, is 10000. Then we have 0. Oh no, sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, the 1 is 100. Okay, just this, and then the 0 is 000, and then again the 1 is 100. You don't have to put this if you want to. Okay, or it's up to you. You can put or not, depending on the question. Sometimes they ask you to work in certain manner. You have to adhere to it. Otherwise, it's up to you. Okay, and here we go. We have our binary. Easy enough? Easy enough? Okay, so don't get tricked. If I do ask you a question that is a little bit tricky, think about it before you jump to conclusions. Okay, so let us move on. Again, if you do not understand anything, please raise your hand. Okay. Right. Okay, I'll do the opposite here. We'll do the opposite. Now, point, this is a point, I don't know if you see it, 0.01 convert to octal. Here we go. So this is now different. You know it's a binary one, right? Convert it to octal. How would you convert it? Yeah. Good. Now it's 5.2. Yeah. Right. Okay. Shall we work this out? Okay. We have 1 0.101. Now, can anyone tell me what we're gonna do first? Go on, Munira. Tell me what do we do first?
Okay. First of all, we had to add 0 in the right after comma.
Yes. Thank you. That's fine.
We have.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. You answered it well. Very well. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Munira was right. We have Munira. Sorry. We have to put. Now think about it. We know. I told you before. For example, this number. Let's say 3.2. Okay. If you put zeros to the left of the decimal number or the integer, they are insignificant. Okay. Similarly, if you put zeros here, also insignificant. They will not change the value. But here it's quite important. Don't think, okay then, I don't need to add 0 here because they're insignificant. I'll just do this, and this is 1. Now this is wrong, right? Because again, the rule is to have 3 bits represent binary. So we're gonna have to add a 0 here because we have gonna have to work with the 3. Okay? So you're gonna have to add a 0. I know it's insignificant, but in our rule we have to, because it will change the answer, and it did. Look, it's no longer 1, it's actually 2. Okay, it's actually 2. Right? This number here is easy, it's 5. Right? Don't forget the decimal, so the answer is 5.2 in octal. Understood? Easy? Yeah? Okay, let's take another example. Now, okay, this is a good one. Right. $206 octal to decimal. Give you 2 minutes to work it. Yeah, first of all, convert it to binary. Again, I don't understand why a to the power of 0. No. Yeah, okay, you can, but no, it's this is easier. If you convert to binary first, it will be easier. I get what you mean. It's also good, but if you convert to binary, it will be easier. Yes, correct. Okay, let's work it. Again, the thing is, binary is very easy. So we try to avoid all the complication and jump into binary straight away. Okay, so 6 in binary, it's 0, 1, 1. I'm gonna write them spread out because we're gonna need to continue. 0 is 0, 0, 0. 2 is 0, 1, 0. Okay, so we convert now the binary to decimal. We have 2 to the power of 0 times 0 plus 2 to the power of 1 times 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 times 1 plus 2 to the power of 3 times 0 plus 2 to the power of 4 times 0 plus, where are we now? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2 to the power of 5 times 0 plus 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 2 to the power of 6 times 0 plus 2 to the power of 7 times 1 plus, oops, plus 2 to the power of 8 times 0. Okay, so let's work it out. So the first one here will be definitely 0 because we times it by multiplying by 0. Plus we're gonna have 2. Plus we're gonna have 4. Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Plus 0, plus 0, plus 0, plus 0, plus, okay, 2 to the power of 7 is 128, and the last one is also 0 because it's multiplied by 0. The answer should be 128, 130, 134. Okay, 134 in decimal. Is this clear? Is this understood? Is it? Yeah? Okay. Now, okay, let's move on. Right, okay, so this is what I've prepared for you in terms of conversion. So conversion, it's quite easy to do the conversion. Make sure you understand them very well because definitely you will get questions regarding the conversion. Okay, so let's move to another topic. We work with the binary operations. Binary operations. Operations. Binary operations. Okay. Right. If I right. Okay. I have to tell you something. I'd like you always with the binary operation, always, and remember this in the exam, always work with 8 bits. I want you always to work with 8 bits when it comes to binary operations. Make sure in the exam you do the same. Now, okay, let me give you just a few examples. Now, okay, if I have this number, if I have number 7, okay, if I have minus 7, okay, in decimal, and I ask you to present it in binary using signed magnitude, also this is 1, also I want you to represent it using 1's complement, and also I want you to present it with in using 2's complement. Now, can you write your answers? How do you represent minus 7 into using 8 bits? Again, always 8 bits. I wanted to use 8 bits with the binary operations. Using 8 bits. Not 4. Okay. Right. Yeah, many of you are correct. Right. So first of all, before we change the sign, we need to know what 7 is in binary. 7 is 111, and then again 111 is enough, but I want you to work in 8 bits, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay. 3 ones, and we're gonna have 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits. So this is number 7. This is number 7 in binary, but this is a plus. This is mujab. We want salib. Okay? Salib in the side magnitude is easy. The very left bit, you just change it to 1. Again, remember when I said to you, zeros are pluses, ones are minuses when we work with the sign magnitude, okay, or even the ones complement and two's complement, right? So we need to change only the very last one to 1 to do the sign magnitude, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and 1, 2, 3 ones. So this is actually now -7 in sign magnitude, right? With the ones complement, can anyone tell me what was the rule in the ones complement? Yeah, here I solved it well. The rule for in the sign complement, you make the zeros ones and the ones zeros. Simple. Okay, so we can have our 5 zeros, we can change them to ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the ones will become zeros. Okay, so this is the rule regarding the ones complement. You make the zeros ones and the ones zeros. Right, regarding the twos complement, how do we make the twos complement? Change all zeros to ones that's in the ones complement, yeah. What about the twos complement? What is the rule for the twos complement? Yeah, after the first one, you have to change the zeros to ones and ones to zeros. That's correct. Yeah, with the twos complement rule, always look for the first one comes. Okay, so if you have zeros, you're gonna have to put them. The first one comes, you bring it down, and then you change what's after. So for the 7, okay, look at the first one here. We're gonna have to bring it down according to the rule, and then we change what's after this one. So we have 0, 0, and then 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is -7 now in the twos complement rule. Now let's just take actual operations to make this clearer. Now if I ask you to subtract these numbers, 50 in decimal minus 46 in decimal, using, in the exam I'll make it clear for you. In the exam I'll tell you what I want you to use. I'll tell you if I want you to use signed or well, normally we use ones or twos complement. So I'll tell you what I want you to use. So again, you have to read the questions very carefully. Okay, use ones complement. Okay, so I want you to spend 2 minutes now to do 50 minus 46 using the ones complement technique. No, normally I will. Thank you. Good question, Munira. Normally I will give you these numbers in decimal. Okay, these numbers are normally given to you in decimal, and you have to convert them first. So good question, yeah. No, it will not take a long time. If you're comfortable, I'll show you a way to teach to cheat. I'll give you a cheating way to do it. It'll save you time. I'll give you. Just be patient. Any luck? Now let me change the battery on my mobile while you think about the problem. I'm talking to the group. I'm talking to the group. Any luck? In which type? What do you mean in which type? I want to use one's complement, but I don't understand what you mean in which type. I did say it, one's complement. There we go. Okay, yeah, start getting some answers. Okay. Yeah. Zahra, you are almost there. Okay, let's work together. Let me do it for you. Well, okay. So first of all, I'll teach you a way to find the binary. I will only allow you to do this method when you come to operations. But if I ask you to actually convert, you have to do the proper conversion. Okay. But for this method, just to get it easy for you, to change quickly from decimal to binary, I have a trick for you. What you do, set a scale for you. Right, where shall I do it? Okay, I'll do it here. Okay, set a scale for you. Oops, that goes from 1. Okay, and this one will become double and double. So you have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. 64 and 128. Again, I would only allow you to use this, okay, when it comes to operations. But if I ask you to convert, proper conversion, you have to do the proper way. But this is a cheating way, just for you to speed things up. Now think about it. What numbers out of these, the ones I've just written, excuse me, the ones I've just written now, what numbers make 50? Now we can think about it. We need 32. 16, that's 48, and we need 2. These 3 numbers will make 50. So we have them 1 and the rest zeros. Easy? Here we go. That's 50. Easy? Did you get this? Yeah, did you get it? Did you understand it? Yes, you understand it? Very good. Okay. So, yeah, good. So this is 50. Now, this is 50, okay? This is 50. Now we need to convert the next number as well, using the same method. Now what do we need for 46? Obviously we need 32, and we need 8, that's 40, and we need 4 and 2. So 32 and 8, that's 40, 44, 46. The rest will go zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. And we have ourselves 46. Now what do we need to do next? What do we need to do next? Add 1? What do you mean add 1? Yeah, we need to convert to one's complement. We need to convert to one's complement. Okay. What do we convert to one's complement? Which number to convert to one's complement? The 46, of course, because it is the minus 1. Okay, so we need to convert it. Let's do the conversion again. With the one's complement, zeros become ones and ones become zeros. So we have 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so I run out of space, so allow me to use another page to do the calculations. Okay, so the 50, we bring it as it is. We have 0, 0, 1, 1 I have written here, 0, 0, and we have 1, 0, so that's for the 50. Then we need to bring the number that we just converted to one's complement. It was 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now what do we do? Do we subtract them? Yeah, we add them. Zahra answered me before I asked. Yeah, we add them now. We do not subtract because we already converted the second number to its one's complement. So we do addition. Normal addition. Okay, so we'll have 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, and then we have 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1, what's 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is 0, and we carry 1. 1 plus 1 in binary is not 2. We're talking about binary, not 2. Okay? 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry is 1. And 1 plus 1 is again 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 again is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1, 0, and obviously carry 1 is going to come down here. What do we have here? What do we have? Overflow. Yes, thank you. Now with the overflow, what do we do? When we have overflow in one's complement, what do we do with it? We add it. Yes. So how do I know it's overflow? How do I know it's an overflow? How do I know this is an overflow? Yes, it's a ninth bit. Here we go. Which is why I said to you, we always try to work in 8 bits to have our work consistent and we have no problems. Okay, so if you have a ninth bit, you know it's an overflow. So let's count them. We have, this is one number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the ninth bit, so it's an overflow. We need to add it here. So remember, this is the rule, and this only applies with the ones complement only. Okay, we'll come to talk about the two's complement. With the ones complement only, if we have an overflow, we add it back to the number. So let's do the addition. 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0 and the carry 1, and then you have 1 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have the nice 8 bits. Now you tell me, what is this number? It's 4. Mujab or salib? Mujab or salib? A plus? Yes, it's a plus, not salib. It's a mujab, not salib. No, it's a mujab. Why it's mujab? Look at the result. We have 0 at the very left. So I told you always, when you look at the very left bit, if it's a 0, it's a plus. If it's a 1, it's a minus. So it's a plus, right? So it's easy. So straight away, we have 4 in decimal. Now go back, if you want to double check, you make sure that you answer this correctly. Go back, right? In decimal, 50 minus 46, what's the answer? It's 4, right? So this is a good way to check. Here we go, we got 4. Right, another problem. So I'm worried that we might actually run out of time here. Because I have quite a lot of, I've only in 1 hour I finished 2 pages, and I've prepared, I think, 9 pages for you. So I'm worried that we won't have time. So we'll push on. Right. So this one, right now. Also, if I say to you, right, let's do 62 in decimal minus 70, also using one's complement. Okay? Give you 2 minutes, try this, also using one's complement. I cannot take my time, I have a lecture at 8 o'clock. Okay, let's do the 62. Going back to our scale, I'm not going to write it again. I have the number written here already, but you know how to work with the scale that I showed you. The 62 will become 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 1 5 ones, I believe, yeah, and then 0. Okay, so this is 62 in binary. Now the 70, I'm going to work it on the side. The 70 is 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1, but this is a plus 70. We need to change it to minus 70. We need to switch. So we have 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0. We'll bring this number here. 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0. Okay, we add these numbers together. Okay, I'm sure I've got, oh no, hang on. 0 1 1. No, hang on. I think I made a mistake here. Hang on. Sorry, I do apologize. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I can't find the page. Just hang on. Right, the 70, it's that's 64. Yep, sorry, I do apologize. Right, okay, just ignore this. Sorry. The 70 is 0 1 1. Sorry, I got it right here. Sorry, 1 1 0 0 0 1 0. Okay, I cannot repeat the cheating. Well, I'll tell you how to cheat again. Okay, I'll repeat the other slide. Right. So okay, sorry. So it's 0 1 1. Yeah, I got it right here. No, I did not. Right. So I need to change it to one's complement. It's gonna come like this: 1 1 1 0 1. Okay. So sorry, I'm gonna have to change these 1 0. This will become 0. This is 1. Sorry about the mess. This is 1. This is 1. This is 0, and this is 1. Sorry about the mess. This is the penalty of looking at my notes. If I worked it from head, I wouldn't have this problem. Right. Okay. Right. So I think this is well, should be readable enough. Okay. So let's do the addition. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry is 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1. What is it? Yeah, 1 and the carry is 1. Okay, when you have 1 plus 1 plus 1, you have 1 and the carry is 1. Again, 1 plus 1 plus 1, you have a 1 and the carry is 1. 1 plus 0, 0 is 1, and then you have 1 here. Okay, I think this should be correct. Right, okay, can you tell me what's this number? What's the format of this number? Yeah, it is salib. Okay, so obviously it's not going to give us the real number. Now, if you see the eighth bit is 1, it means that this is still in the ones complement format. We need to change it back to binary, but we have to remember the sign. So what we're going to have to do is change it back, because this is now in the ones complement format. We need to change it back to binary. So we have the 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. We even change this, right? And oops, what am I doing? Sorry, it's in binary, and this equals now. Okay, what is this number? What's this number? It's 8, right? And then this is 8, and then you're just gonna have to remember your sign from the original figure number, and you're gonna have to bring it down here. Okay, so you have a minus 8 in decimal. Is this understood? Is this understood? Yes. Okay, it's understood. Excellent. Now, the one who asked me, how do we cheat? Now, this is how we cheat. If I ask you, for example, to change 50 from decimal to binary, instead of doing the division, and again, I will only allow you to do this when it comes to binary operations. But if I ask you to convert, okay, remember, if I ask you to convert decimal to binary, you have to do the division way. Okay, but if I ask you to do the normal operations, I will allow you to cheat. You will have what you do. have a scale that goes from 1 to 128. It goes in multiples. So you're gonna have the first number 1, okay? Then what's the double of that is 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, then 46, then 64, then 128. They go in double. Now find out which numbers make up the 50, for example. Okay, what numbers out of these numbers that you have in front of you, what do they make? What the numbers make up 50? We need 32, we need 16, and we need 2. These 3 numbers will make the number 50. So we need to have them as ones, okay, meaning switch them on. We need them ones, and the rest we have them as zeros. Simple enough. Is this clear? No, I will only allow you to do this way when it comes to, are you listening well? I will only allow you to do this way when it comes to operations. If I ask you to specifically convert, you have to do the division way, okay? The last time, right, okay. So let's move on to the next example. Okay, right. Now, try this. 55, obviously it's in decimal, minus 50 in decimal, using this time 2's complement. This time use 2's complement. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, let me help you now, because again I've got so many other stuff to show you, and I don't want to run out of time. Right, okay. Quickly, I've already got 55. I've already done it before. Right, I've got it in here. It's 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now on the side I'm gonna do the 50. We've just done it not long ago. It's 0, 0. We said 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Yeah. Okay. Now to change to 2's complement, what do we need to do? As someone said before, we need to bring the first one from, we move along until we reach the first one from the right. We bring it down and then we continue flipping the next. So what's gonna happen here is, obviously we have a 0. It's a 0, so we bring it down. Now we have, here we go, this is the first one. We also bring it down. Then we convert, we change what's the one behind. So we're going to have 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now we bring the one number here, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And we do our addition. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1, and the carry is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. And what am I doing? Sorry, I do apologize. This is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 again is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and the carry 1. Again, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So we have an overflow again. What do we do with this overflow? Ignore it. Yes, well done. So in the 2's complement, we ignore the overflow, unlike the 1's complement. So thank you. Shows that you've been doing some revision. Very good. Okay, so we ignore it. Unlike the ones complement. The ones complement, we use it again. We add it. But with the two's complement, we ignore it. So what do we do now? What do we do now? That's it. Yeah, exactly. We finished. Okay, because look, the eighth number is 0, so it's positive. Okay, and what do we have here? We have 5. So the answer straight. Okay, this is in binary. The answer straight is plus 5 in decimal. Again, 55 minus 50 is plus 5. Okay, so this is good. Okay, let's do another one. Well, last one with the operations, because I need to move on to another subject. Now, if we have 62 in decimal minus 64, also in decimal, work it using the 2's complement. Okay, right. Let's get started on it. So the 62 is oops. The 62 is 0, 0, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have a 0. Now the 64 is easy enough. It's 0, 1, and then 6 zeros. Okay. Now interesting. Now we need to change this to complement again. All these are zeros. We're gonna have to bring them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we look at the first one. We bring it down and change what is after it. Okay. So this time we can only change one bit. Okay. We have this again here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. We do addition. 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0, and then 1, 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 and then 1. Easy. Okay? Now look at the eighth number. What is it? It's minus, so what do we do with it? What do we do? Convert, yes. So this number we got, it's still in 2's complement format. We need to change it back to its original. So again, we're gonna have to do exactly the opposite. So we bring the 0, we bring the first one, and change what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So this is in binary again. So what's this equal to? It's 2. Okay, but we must not forget this. We must bring it here. So we have minus 2 in decimal. Okay, is this understood? Any question? Any question? No questions? Okay, so these are we did the conversions and we did the binary operations. Quite easy. Right, you just need to practice. You can go to the net if you want to. You can go to back to the book. I think the book has a few exercises as well. You can check the net, and just practice them. Okay, you'll definitely get operation question. Definitely. Right. Okay. So, okay, let me open a new page, another subject. Okay, we have a quick question. Munira, yeah, go on, ask me.
Doctor, I would like to ask you, the last operation we do it, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, it's minus 2, yeah? And when we convert it, it's the opposite, the positive number.
Yeah, it's this, now, okay. Now we cannot leave this like this. It's not a positive number, it's a negative number. But the thing is, the computer will not allow us to leave this in this format because this is an error. Now, look at this. Does this equal to minus 2 in binary?
No.
It doesn't. Okay, it is minus, but look at this number. Okay, it's certainly not 2. Okay, so we need to change it to the correct number. Now this is correctly 2, but we must not forget the sign. The sign we have to carry it over with us. So we show it as 0, but we remember it is minus. Yeah.
Okay, if it's coming as positive and the answer will have to be minus, I have to convert it. That's what you mean?
Say that again. Yeah.
Okay.
No, say that again. Sorry, say that again.
Okay, if the answer have to be negative and the answer with adding it's positive, I have to convert it to come negative. That's what you mean?
No, always when you have a 0 at the end, and it's not overflow, it's not an overflow. When you have a real 0 at the very left, that means the number is positive. Leave it as it is. Sorry. Okay. I mean, if the number, if the digit, if the bit on the 8th bit, not the overflow, the 8th bit, if it is 0, it means the number is positive. Leave it as it is. That's it. This is the answer. Okay. Now, if the 8th number is 1, it means that the number is negative. Okay. We need to change it back to its original format and carry the sign of, do not forget the salib. Is this clear?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We have a question from Maimuna. Okay, go on.
Yes, hello teacher. I want to ask you if we want to change from 62 to binary. We have to take a long time because we never do it. So when I want to change from 62 to binary, I will take long time, even if one number only.
Now, I don't know if you joined us late, Maimuna. I just explained this. Now, if I ask you to convert, if I ask you specifically to convert decimal to binary, you have to do it the long way, which is the division. القسمة الطويلة اللي شفناها. Otherwise, if it's just an operation like what we're doing now, يعني جمع وإلى آخره وضرب وإلى آخره, you could use my cheating method. Now, for the last time, I'm going to explain it. Right? What you do, this is a simple way to do this. Write the numbers from 1 to 128 going into multiples. So write 1 to begin with, okay, and then double the 1 is 2, double the 2 is 4, double the 4 is 8, and so on until you reach 128. Now, for example, if we have the number 50, okay, now think about the numbers that make up the 50. We have 32, we have 16, and we have 2 make up 50. Have those numbers to be ones, and the rest are zeros. Now you have yourself 50 in binary. Easy enough? Easy enough? How would you got us if we use the cheating way? No, it's not a cheating. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm not saying to you you're not allowed to. I'm saying to you, use my simple method only when doing the operations. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. I will not penalize you for that. So use this method, the easy way. Okay, don't forget, we will not say cheating, so you don't get panicked. It's not cheating. Let's call it the easy method. Okay, so use my easy method in doing the operations, plus, minus, multiplication, and so on. But use the long method if I specifically say to you convert. إذا أنا حكيت لكم convert, okay, decimal to binary, استخدم القسمة. Okay, if I just ask you to do normal operations, use my easy method. اتفقنا? This is enough. Okay. Munira again. Yeah, go on.
بس دكتور أبغى أسألك بالنسبة لما قلت لنا converting from octal to decimal أنت قلت I have to إنه زي محولها للباينري. طيب لو إني سويتها بطريقتي إني multiply by 8 it's okay ولا I have to do what you teach us?
No, صح. This is okay. As long as you get the right answer, that's fine.
Okay.
Whether you times by 8 or you have the decimal, you have the binary as intermediate step, both correct.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Question from Muna. Yeah. Muna.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
حبيت أسألك إذا لما تجيب لنا سؤال addition عادي من غير one's complement بس إنه adding، لما يصير عندي overflow في الآد العادي إيش أسوي له ignore ولا أضيفه للناتج مرة ثانية؟
شكرا. Very good question actually. It's a very, very good question. That's fine. Yeah. If you have an overflow in a normal addition, you use it as part of the answer. لأنه فكروا في الموضوع. Good question. Very good question actually. Right. Let me find an empty space here. Okay, I'll use this. Actually, I'll use this. Okay. Now فكروا في الموضوع. Now what is the 8th bit? The 8th bit is 128. صح? The 8th bit. Now if I ask you to add I don't know, to add 70 to 80. Okay, add them normally. You will get 150. So obviously you will have overflow, which you will have to use as part of your answer, as part of the number. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Munira, yeah? Oh no, oh she's gone. Okay, right. Let me. I'll continue because we have too much to do. We've only got 40 minutes left. Right. Chapter 4. You need to know the little man computing, the diagram of the little man computing. You need to understand the diagram. You also need to understand the operations, simple operations. Are you comfortable with it? If I ask you to use a if I give you a scenario that you need to add or subtract numbers on the calculator, can you do the steps? Yeah? أعطيكم مثال. Okay, I'll give you a quick method. Right, okay, so if I ask you if I specify to using the little man computing, do the following. 5 plus 8 minus 2. What would you do? Quickly. Obviously you're going to have, okay, this is the number. Okay. Work it on your own paper. Okay. We have the box here, which is the counter. We have the assembly here. And we have the code. Okay, you need to have a table like this. Normally I will give you the table, so you need to fill it. Okay. Right, let me do this. So the first step, 0, 1, the first step, we need to have input. Okay? You need to have input. Okay, what is the input? What's the code for the input? What's the code for the input? 901, yeah. Okay. We need to have an input, which is obviously number 5. Now, then we need to store the number 5. So the next step, we need to store number 5. Now, I give you where to store it, for example. So if I say store 14, I mean store to location 14. I normally give you the location. Okay? Store to location 14. Right? What is the symbol for the store? Thank you. Yes, 314. Well done. Good. It shows that you're doing revision. Excellent. Okay, 314. Now what do we do next? What do we do next? We don't add just yet. We need to have another input. Okay? We add when we talk about the address machines. Okay, but with the simple little man computing, we need to have another number, which is number 8 this time. Okay, the code for it is 901. Okay, because the 5 is no longer here. The 5 is moved to location 14, right? So we're gonna have 901, which holds number 8. So the fourth step will be adding 14. That's right. Yes, adding 14. Oh no, the code for add is not 2, is 1. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's 1. 114. Okay, 2 is for subtraction. So we have 114. So now we add in number 5 to 8. The fifth step will be storing the result. Okay, let's give you location 20, for example. So what do we have now? Okay, what do we have as the code for storing? 320, yeah. 320. Now we have our last input, which is number 2, which is the sixth operation. We need to have input. Okay, it's 901, right? The seventh step, what will the seventh step be? Sub, yeah, thank you. We do the sub. Now the sub is, well, let's say sub, obviously, sub what? Sub what? Sub what? Sub 8. 8, why 8? Think about it. Sub what? 20, yes, thank you. Finally, don't forget, when we added these numbers, the 5 and the 8, where did we store them? We store them in location 20. So now you need to subtract whatever is in location 20. So sub 20. So you're gonna have 20 minus the new input. So not 20. I mean the location 20. Whatever the value, the value is 13. The value is 13 inside address 20. So you're going to do sub 20, which means that you're going to bring whatever is in location 20, subtract it, or subtract the input from it. So we have 220. We have 220, that's right. Okay. Then what do we do after that? Number 8, what do you do after that? Output, yeah. You need to have an output. What is the code for that? 902. What do you do next? What do we do next? Halt. Well done. Actually, you're very good. Okay. Halt. HLT. The code for it is 000. Simple? Simple? Yeah? No? Maybe? Yes? Okay. Right. Let's continue. Okay, this might be a little bit, okay, I'm going to test you on this. Now think about this problem. Okay, so lecture 5, this was lecture 4. Lecture 5, you need to understand the assembly language. I might give you a code and ask you to give me the instructions in the assembly language. Okay, so if I give you, for example, this code, okay, let me write it here. If I give you this code, variable C equals 0, variable A equals 0, variable B equals 2, okay, then we open a method. We can use begin if I wanted to. If I open a method, I say while, for example, while A less than 5 loop. I mean we have a loop here. Okay, we have C. By the way, whoever is studying CS 140, we'll be talking about loops this week. Okay, so if I say to you, okay, C equals A plus B, are you thinking about the problem? And then I say to you, A equals A plus 1. Okay, these are semicolon, right? So these are semicolon. Then I end the loop and loop and then we end the method. Right, okay, okay, I'm just gonna put a line here so it can work here. So here we're gonna have the box. Okay, we're gonna have the code. We're gonna have the code. And, oops, and we're gonna have the assembly. Oh, my pen is. Are you thinking about the problem? لا هذه مش مثل way. طبعا of course I will specify which way. This is not the little man way. I'm giving you a code and I'm asking you to find the instructions using the assembly language. Okay, before you load, let us think about this loop. When I say to you a smaller than 5, what do I actually mean? Remember, what is the initial value of A? What's the initial value of A? Initial value of A is 0. Okay, yeah, it's from 0 to 4. It's the initial value is 0. It goes up to 4. So how many values do we have? How many values? Yeah, 5 values. So if I do this instead, okay, I'll write it here. Okay, if I have this instead, will it be the same? If I say a minus 5 equals 0. Yes, it will be the same. Okay, I'm talking about how many numbers do I have? Okay, it goes from 0 to 4 because it has to be less than 5. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have five numbers. Okay, so if I subtract the 5 from A, okay, we get 0. We get the initial value of A. So it's correct. Okay, yeah. So because we do not have in this instructions, we do not have the symbol, which is the less than or greater than. So you're gonna have to do it this way. By the way, if we have the opposite, if we have, let's say, okay, if I say to you A is actually, if I say to you A is 5, okay, not 0, A is 5, and A is greater than 0, okay, what we'll have to do? Yeah, it's from 1 to 5. That's right. Yeah. Why يتلخبطين? The first one. Okay, forget. Let's talk about the first one. The first one, the initial value is 0, and we're saying A is less than 5. Okay, so A can go from 0 to 4. How many digits we have, or how many? What's the maximum number we can have for 4? For A is 4. So we have. So A can be either 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we have 5 possibilities. 5 possibilities. So instead, we can have A minus 5 equals 0. Okay, because A has 5 possibilities. Right? Now the opposite applies. If I say to you, the initial value is 5, but this time A is greater than 0. So the values of A can go from 1, or can go down actually. Can go down from 5, because initial value, from 5 to 1. How many characters do we have? 5, 3, 2, 1. 4 characters. Okay? Hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 5 characters. We can go 5. It's 5 characters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we can do the opposite. We can say, hang on. We can say A minus 5 will equal to 0. Is the exact, oh sorry, no, sorry. Sorry. Hang on. Nope. We don't want 0. Okay, 5. A plus 5. Okay, yeah, sorry. A plus 5 equals 0. Okay, because we have 5 characters, okay, that will get us to 0. We have the 5, okay, we have the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. We have 5 characters, or 5 numbers, before we get to 0. Before we get to 0. This time is decrement. Confused? Why? Simple. Right. Forget about the second one. Okay, let's talk about the first one. Okay, we have the initial value of A is 0. The initial value of A is 0. Now I'm saying to you, A is less than 5. So how many characters? اوكي صح بالعربي. اوكي طيب عندنا الخمسه تبدا بالصفر، ها، واعلى قيمه للخمسه، اعلى قيمه للاي اي تبلش بصفر، اعلى قيمه للاي هي 4. كم رقم للاي ممكن يصير عندنا محتمل؟ 5. 0 1 2 3 4 5. اوكي يعني 5 احتمالات للاي. طيب اذا حكيت اي ناقص 5 تساوي 0 بسم من ناحية الاحتمالات. كم احتمال عندي؟ 5. شيل ال5 هذول من اي، ايش تصير عندي؟ صفر عندي. شيل 5 احتمالات من اي. الان سبريت افصل ما بين هذه وما بين اللوب. انا بحكي الاحتمالات. كم احتمال؟ 0. اوكي نفس المبدأ الثاني. اوكي اذا حكيت طيب عندي نبدأ الانيشال فاليو، القيمة الأولية لA هي 5. تمام، القيمة الأولية لA 5. طيب بس الآن عندي ديكريمنت 5 أكبر من 0، يعني ديكريمنت يعني تناقصيا، معناته راح أمشي من 5 ل 1. 5 4 3 2 1. أيضا عندي 5 قيم. اوكي ايضا عندي 5 قيم، فمعناته يحتاج لي 5 خطوات حتى اصل الصفر. 5 خطوات حتى اصل الصفر، فاحكي A زائدا 5 حتى توصلني للصفر. مفهومة؟ think about the الخطوات احتمالات. confusing still؟ مش جمع عادي، يعني ما عاد احكي جمع، هنا عاد احكي احتمالات. انا ما عاد احكي جمع هنا. افصلوا، عاد احكي الان احتمالات. اوكي كم احتمال عندي يوصلني لو كانت الاي القيمه الاوليه 5 واحكي لكم انه اي اكبر من 0. كم احتمال عندي لاي قبل ما اصل 0؟ 5 احتمالات، فاي زائدا 5 تساوي لي 0، يعني 5 4 3 2 1 لحتى اصل 0. اوكي والعكس صحيح. لو حكيت طيب القيمة الأولية لA هي 0، القيمة الأولية لA هي 0، طيب لكنه A أصغر من 5، كم احتمال عندي لA حتى أصل 5؟ طبعا 5 مش included. 5 احتمالات. 0 من 0 1 2 3 4 5 احتمالات. فلو شلت ال5 احتمالات من A اوكي يساوي لي 0، يعني صفرنا الاعداد، طلعنا من اللوب. اوكي طيب let's continue and hope we'll understand it here. Let's continue. اوكي ما هي مشكلة معلش، يعني هو كود هذا، يعني احنا عندنا شوية كودينج في الاي تي 110، ما هي مشكلة. طيب نشوف طريقة البرمجة. Okay, when we say طبعا forget about this now. Forget about the second method. Let's talk about the first one. Okay, the second one is also important, but think about it. I want to think about it at home. So let's stick to the first one now. Right. So when we say A equals A plus 1, what do you mean? When you say A equals A plus 1, what do you mean? Increment. زيادة. هذه في موضوع loop. You will take the loop this week بالCS. هذه زيادة. يعني اوكي حسبت لي الأي من كانت 0. خلصنا الميثود هذه. Jump onto the next one. Add 1 to A. So we're gonna. So what's the initial? After we finish the first loop, what's the initial value for A? No. When we finish the first loop, yeah, exactly, Amal. The new initial value for A will be 1. See, we're working in loops, okay? So which is why, so basically we have 5 loops. We have 5 loops before we exit the method. We're going to work with 1. Once we finish with 1, we're going to have to, we're going to work with 0. Once we finish the 0, we're going to work with 1. Once we finish the 1, we're going to work with 2. Once we finish the 2, we're going to work with 3. Once we finish the 3, we're going to work with 4. So we have 5 loops before we terminate, before we finish. Okay? Right. The 0 is included. Sorry, we start from 0. Right. Let's see how we can work this. I have 20 minutes and another too many examples. Right. Let's work this. The first one, what the first code will be? What will the first code will be? Load. Yes, that's right. Load. Load what? Load what? Load what? No, not number. Load A. Yes, that's right. Okay, we're gonna have to work. Load A. We're gonna have to work with this. Okay, load A. Okay, load A. So I'll tell you, for example, where A is stored. So you're gonna have to put 5, which is the symbol for load, and 10 is the address. I will give you the address in the exam. I will give you the address. Right. Okay, so the assembly for it is load, LDA, load A. This A. After this, what do we do? Subtract. What's the symbol for subtraction? Is 2. Let's say I give you 14 for it. Just 14. So subtract. Subtract what? Subtract what? 5. Well done. Subtract 5. So we finish the first sentence. We have finished the first sentence. So this worked out this for us. Okay? We finished the loop bit. So now we come inside the loop. Right. What's so to get inside the loop, what do we do? A branch, yes, a branch 0 to be precise. It's number 7. It's 7. Yes, well done. A branch 0, excellent. Let's say it's 16. I'll give you the address for it. 16. We need to branch, meaning we get inside the loop. So it's branch 0. Branch Z, branch 0. Okay, it's meaning that we are getting inside the loop. Right? What is the next step? What's the next step? That's fine. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry, I got confused with the 4 you said. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have 5. Now, what do we need to do? We need to work with this one now. Okay, so we need to load A. Now, where is A? Where is A? Excellent. Now I do not need to give you the address because it's already given here. So you need to load A from the same address. Well done. So load A. Load A. Okay. Right. What do we need to do after loading A? What do we need to do? We need to add. Yes, we need to add. No, not load V. We not yet. We need to add. Okay. Well, we need to add B, but it's not like the little man computing where we have to get B as an input. B in this code is stored already, so we can directly. It's not like an input; it's already there. So we need directly to add to it. Okay. So we say 1, and let's say B is stored in 13. I will give you this address. Okay, and you just straight add. You put in here. Add B, okay, which is this B. Add it. After you add the B, what do we do next? A store. Well done. Store, which is a 3. Store C. Well done. Well done. We need to store C. That's fantastic. So if I give you the location to store, I'll give you, for example, 21. So okay. So now we need to store C. What do we do next? Load. Load what? Load A from where? We need to load A from where? It's not 410, it's 510. Yeah, well done. It's 510. Again, we need to load A, because think about it. We have not changed the location of A. If we change it later, you have to access the new location. But so far, we have not changed the location of A. So it is 10. Okay, so you use again 510. Okay, load A. Load A. What are we doing now? We're doing this now. Okay, we're doing this now. Load A. Then what do we do? Add 1. So let's say I give you 7. I give you location 7 for 1, for example. So you need to add 1. Right? After this, what do we do? Store A. Okay, sorry, it's what are we doing? Oh no, we don't need to store. That's how we finished. We do not need to store A. We can just end the loop. Okay, because well, actually, you can if you want to. Although we finish, we can if you want to. Okay, so let's say store A. We can if you want. It's up to you. Okay, we do not have to because we have finished. Okay, we have finished. You can store it if you want to. Let's say it's up to you. Let's say we overwrite it. We store it to 10. Okay, so sorry, it will be 510. Sorry, 310. Okay, so no store 310, right? And we say store A. But we do not have to store it because we have finished. We ended the loop. So we end the loop. We need to branch out. Okay, so number 10 will be branch out. So it's 601. Always 601. Branch out. So just BR. What do we mean? We have finished the loop. Branch out. Okay. Now branch out. If there's anything left, we have to execute it. We have to continue. But in this example, there's nothing left. So we halt. Eventually, I don't have a place to write it. I will write it here. I'll write here. Number 11. I made a big mess. Number 11 will be 0, 0, 0, halt. Okay? If we have something outside the loop, we have to continue. Okay? And whatever is inside the loop will be an input to it. Okay, is this clear? Right, I want you to yeah, I hope it's clear. Work it yourself. If you do not understand, my email is, some of you look confused. Try it yourself, try to understand it, right, because I've only got 10 minutes and I've got more examples to show you. Try it. If you do not understand it, either ask your face-to-face lecturer or email me. I will answer your emails this week. So email me if you have a problem. Now, I'll tell you what, we don't have enough time left. What I will do, instead of giving you this, I have an exercise for you. It's quite important, actually. Right, okay, I'll tell you what. I wanted to finish this session. Okay, right. Okay, I'll tell you what. The problem is, I have. Let me think. Sorry, I'm just trying to think because this is quite important. I don't want to leave it. When is your CS? When is your CS? When is your CS session? الأربعاء. Yeah, الأربعاء. Do you all take CS with me? Do you all take CS with me? نفس مواد الرياضيات. Yeah. That's a problem now. By the way, I do apologize for people who have math on Wednesday. الحقيقة والله جدا يعني الأسبوع هذا very full. الأسبوع هذا very full. فما راح أقدر أغير موعد الأربعاء. I'm trying to think now. I just need to see again, it's just like the problem is I have a very busy week. Tuesday you have, most of you have lectures I think on Tuesday. Is that right? I'll tell you what. Okay. Okay, no, this is going to be complicated. Yeah, can anyone help me? Do you have suggestion? Yeah, go on. Do you have suggestion? Do you have a suggestion? أقدم وقت وصف. بس الخميس ما ذاك عندكم محاضرات أصلا. أعرف مستحيل راح تتفقوا لأنه I know you are from different branches and you have different schedules. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to do now. I'm gonna have to leave it as scheduled. Wednesday. I do apologize for those who cannot attend Wednesday, but the lecture will be recorded. Okay? Yeah, it will be recorded. Okay, so you go attend your math. Attend your math. Mona, where are you from? Mona, where are you from? Where do you have your math? بالرياض. كلكم عندكم ماث الربيعة. Okay, I'm gonna try something. Okay, now I'll tell you what. What I'll do. By the way, I haven't finished this quite yet. What I will do. I will give you the problems that I want you to solve. Okay, and you can try it yourself at home, and I will record. Forget about the CS for now. Let's just concentrate on this. On the IT. What I will do, I have very important question for you to solve. Now I will give it to you. Try it at home, and during the week I will record the solution. I will record the solution and put it on the recording section on Blackboard. Okay, that's for the IT 110. اتفقنا؟ for the IT 110 اتفقنا؟ اوكي اتفقنا؟ اوكي ممتاز. فراح اعطيكم الان المسألة حلوها انتم بالبيت، وبعدين او ان شاء الله بكره بعد بكره خلال الفترة هذه راح اسوي ريكوردينج. هي بس عندي اخر مسألة بس، يعني it has many stages. So بس دقيقة الان. Okay, it has many stages. So I'll give it to you and try it and I will record a section for it. Okay? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Munira, okay, do you have a question? Okay, Munira, speak. منيرة؟
السلام عليكم. بس الله يعافيك، بالنسبة لسؤال الفيتشرز والاكسكيوت، احنا عارفين الستب حقها، بس السؤال كيف راح يجي عليها في الاختبار؟ يعني لا راح يصير اول شيء في البي سيز والام اي ار وكذا، بس طبيعة السؤال عليها.
لكتشر 6 اي سؤال اجيب لكم اتبعوا الدايجرام. اوكي، يعني ولكتشر 6 لازم تعرفوا الدايجرام هذا تاع الفيش والاكسكيوت فيري ويل. اوكي، زائدا ال understand الفون نيومن اركيتكتشر كيف يشتغل. طبعا ممكن اطلب منكم ترسموا لي الدايجرام هذا، ممكن اطلب منكم ترسموا لي الدايجرام اللي هو الطويل هذا الجاي طوليا، مش الفون نيومن. اوكي، الدايجرام الجاي طوليا اللي هو فيتش اكسكيوت سايكل اللي البي سي والى اخره، ممكن اطلب منكم ترسموا لي اياه، وممكن اطلب منكم مثلا رقمين بتسوي انستركشن تاعه بناء على المعطيات، يعني بناء على الخطوات ممكن. صحيح؟ اوكي. لكن شغله اجزاء اللي هو الفوليومن يو هاف تو اندرستاند، اللي هي الديكودر، مش المالتيبلكسر ما اخذناه. الديكودر، البصلز ايش هي، وايش المدخلات البصلز ومخرجات البصلز. واضح؟ You have to understand this.
اوكي دكتور، بس ابغى اقول لك شغله. بالنسبه عندنا احنا دكتوراتنا سوت لنا زي، اعطتنا في الاكسترا كلاسز زي اسئله قالت حلوها. لا سوري، اعطتنا اسئله قالت بس اساس اعرف الفيدباك حقي انا كيف اني شرحت. المشكله يوم انها جت صلحت لنا تبغى كوبي بيست من السلايدات، يعني انا مثلا فاهمه الجمله وشي، بس انا لما اجي اعبرها بطريقتي تقولي لا انه مكتوبه في السلايد، ابغى نفس اللي في السلايد اكتبي لي اياه. هذه نقطه. النقطه الثانيه بالنسبه للتحويل من ديسيمال لباينري، احنا الحين لما نيجي نحول اول رقم من اليمين بحط يطلع لي راح انزله بمحله يصير اخر رقم، مثلا زي الاربعه تجي مثلا باخر صفه انزلها 4 نفسها. هي تقول لا الطريقه غلط حقتكم، يعني تصحيحها على كذا بنعتمد على تصحيحها، نص اجوبتنا راح تصير غلط. هذا مشكله احنا معانا في فرع الرياض طبعا دكتوراتنا. غير كذا احيانا يعني انت الحين قطعت عنا الاكسترا الفيرتشوال كلاسز، هي تشرح شيء نجي معك نفس اللي تقوله نعكس عشان نفهم منك، كلامها كله معكوس. يعني راح تصير لنا احنا مشاكل في الكلاسز اللي راح تاخذها بعد زياده في السي اس وال 110، فيعني لازم تشوفوا لنا حل صراحه معها.
اوكي طيب اوكي يعني ما هي مشكله بسيطه، يعني بسيطه على كل. يعني طبعا خذوا الصافي مني، يعني take it from me. اوكي، يعني دائما الشغلات اللي احكي لكم اياها take it from me، يعني انا اللي اسوي الامتحان معظمه، وانا اللي اخلي الاجابات. واضح؟ فيعني take it from me. ايش راح اسوي؟ ممكن ان شاء الله بعد يعني بعد الميد، يعني I might some of you suggested I might find the time to give you recordings of the lectures. okay, ممكن اخليكم recordings. ممكن ان شاء الله اخليكم recordings. اوكي ممكن اخليكم recordings تاع الليكتشرز تاعي. واضح؟ اوكي تمام خلاص. اوكي راح اخليكم recordings تاع المحاضرات تاعي. Yeah. Okay, we have a question from Russia. Russia, speak. Russia? Russia, are you there? Okay, Russia, I can't hear you. Amjad? Yeah, speak. Amjad, Dosari? Amjad? Okay, I can't hear you, I'm afraid. I can't hear you. Jawahar, speak. Jawahar. Okay, can't hear you for some reason. Mona. Have we lost connection? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
أستاذ حبيت أسألك إذا راح يصير فيه definitions، يعني أكتب definitions كاملة في الإكزام.
تعرفي I cannot remember بس maybe يعني مثل ايش definition maybe
يعني مثلا what is a system، هذا definition يعني راح يكون
maybe what is a processor maybe. Okay.
طيب السؤال الأخير، الcalculator allowed in the exam?
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yes, very important. Yeah, you can bring calculators. It is useful to bring calculator. You can bring your calculator and advise you to bring a calculator, and only calculator. Mobile phones and any other electronic devices will not be allowed. يعني لا موبايلات ولا iPad ولا أي tablet ولا أي شيء. فقط simple calculators you are allowed. Okay, شكرا you reminded me. I forgot to tell you this. Okay, فاتفقنا. You can bring calculators بس يعني any other electronic devices not allowed. شكرا. طيب منيرة again yeah.
دكتور في سؤال أنت سألته للطلاب أيام ريفيجن حقهم، أنه التقريب بالعدد لما تحاولوا قربوا إلى 3 خانات أو 4 خانات، يعني حاولنا نفهمه بس إنه مو زي التقريب العادي. وفي نقطة ثانية بالنسبة للكومبريسن آخر محاضرة اللي هي لكتشر 7 قلت بشرحها بعدين وما شرحتها، هي داخلة معنا في الاختبار ولا مي بداخلة؟
أي شيء؟
آخر شيء في لكتشر 7 آخر شيء اللي هي الكومبريشن أو الكومبريس أتوقع. كومباريسن إيه صح. ما خلاص يلا خلاص ما جبت عليها الامتحان هذا، فامتحان فاينل. سوري توتالي فورجوت. ما شرحت أنا؟ لا ما شرحت، قلت إنه يبغى لها وقت وبشرحها بمحاضرة لحالها والدكتورة حقتنا ما شرحتها. وبالنسبة للتقريب إذا تقدر توضح لنا لأنه إذا جانا سؤال
دقيقة إيش راح أسوي؟ دقيقة. I will write your question down. So هذا كله راح أخليه الآن في recorded. لأن الآن عندي محاضرة face to face. طيب عندنا موضوع التقريب I have to sort it. أوكي أسوي لكم recording الأسبوع هذا راح أحكي فيه التقريب. راح أعطيكم الآن مثال يعني أبغى منكم تحلوه، وانا راح لكم اياه في يعني راح اسوي ريكوردينج احل لكم اياه ايضا السؤال هذا. تمام. الكومباريسون ما يجي معنا، يجي معنا في الفاينل بس also remind me to explain it comparison بس ما remind me to explain it ان شاء الله بعد المد remind me. اوكي الله يعافيك. رشا من جديد. رشا ما بيقول. اوكي رشا أسجل لكم محاضرة الأولاد. طيب ممكن أسوي هذه، هو ممكن صح هو ليش نفكر سابقا ما كنت أعرف طريقة، الآن شوف الطريقة أنه هي المحاضرة نفسها أقدر أسجلها على الديسكتوب تاعي وأحملها من جديد. ف I might do the same. Yeah. Okay. Thank you مجد. جواهر. Okay, Sergio, I can't hear you to be honest. Right, okay. Now, sorry for the rest of you. I have a lecture now, 1 minute ago started. So, الجميع طبعا اللي عنده أسئلة تسني على الإيميل أو تسأل الفيس تو فيس تاعه الليكتشرر، أو تسني ما عندي مشكلة سألوني على الإيميل أجاوبكم إن شاء الله. مثل ما اتفقنا راح أعطيكم الآن قبل ما اعطيكم المشكله. طيب الان مثل ما اتفقنا باقي الاي تي 110 اللي هي الان الريفيجن، مثل ما حكيت لكم اعطيكم الان مشكله تحلوها وانا راح احل لكم اياها في ريكوردينج. تمام؟ بس يعني ارجوكم تحاولوا يعني try to solve it for your own benefit. هذه الشغله الاولى. الشغله الثانيه الريفيجن تاع سي اس 140 راح اسويه. تعرفون متى راح اسويه؟ راح اسويه الاربعاء الساعة. تقدر خلال النهار can you attend خلال النهار؟ يعني لو حكيت لكم الثلاثاء الساعة مثلا، الثلاثاء الساعة 4 تقدروا؟ الثلاثاء الساعة 4 تقدروا؟ ايه ايوه عادي خلاص اوكي. ثلاثاء الساعة 4 Tuesday الساعة 4 PM. اوكي خلص تمام. CS 140 اوكي خلاص. الثلاثاء اوكي عادي. الجميع متفق معي الثلاثاء؟ ايه اوكي. لا في واحد لا لطيفة لا. ايوه بس المعظمية ايه قلت تمام جدا. رشا اكتبي لي سؤالك. لطيفة. 5 ساعات انجليزي ما مشكلة. 4 تكسبي معي ساعة وبعدين you can go for English. اقل تكسبي معي ساعة. رشا ممكن ارسل لك اسئلتك على الايميل؟ طبعا ارسل لي اسئلتك على الايميل. ايه طيب ما هي مشكلة. لا تقرب خلاص كتبت ان شاء الله. شلون دكتور استاذتنا تقول انها تأسيسية للعمليات الحسابية. ما فهمت ايش يعني قصدك تأسيسية؟ forget about the dot. ايش قصدك بالتأسيسية؟ المهم لا العمليات راح تجي معنا يعني، واعتقد مفهومة الان العمليات على كل يعني. لا طبعا كل اللي اعطيتكم اياه وداخل يعني شو ما كانت الطريقة المهم تكون صحيحة، تكون هو من المدينة. طيب ما هي مشكلة. المهم العمليات شرح النظر. طيب أنا ما مشكلة. المهم الآن فهمتوها من عندي، فهمتوها ولا ما فهمتوها؟ أهم شيء إنهم فهمتوها. فاهمين؟ تمام أوكي. هو هذا المهم. أوكي المهم افهموا عني يعني. إذا بس تقوا بكلامي you'll be okay. أوكي يعني listen to me. اوكي. وطبعا يعني get the most benefit from your face to face. الفيس تو فيس يعني use them يعني الحقيقه بالعكس. اصلا لو طرقتوا لاكثر من طريقه ممكن تكون مفيده. You can see both methods providing they are correct. اوكي طيب المهم ما هذا مشكله. لا don't tell me about your lecturers what they do. يعني المهم انه تفهموا الماده. طيب خلاص اتفقنا. I will give you the question now and I want you to have a go at it, and also I will record the solution. خلاص اتفقنا. الثلاثاء ان شاء الله بدل 6 CS بدل 6 راح يكون الساعة 4. تمام؟ فاللي عنده محاضرة الساعة 5 أو 6 they can go to it later. اتفقنا خلاص. I will send announcement. طيب السؤال بس لأنه I have to go to my lecture now والطلاب يستنوني. طيب السؤال لو حكيت لكم x تساوي x times y زائدا z. x times y زائدا z. طلعوا لي خطوات الانستركشن باستخدام zero address machine. طلعوا لي خطواته بالزيرو ادريس ماشين وبال1 ادريس ماشين وبال2 ادريس ماشين وبال3 ادريس ماشين. هم ال2 ادريس وال3 ادريس طلعوا لي الادرس ماشين بالميموري، باعتبار الميموري ما بس الميموري، ايضا you have to find the registry. اوكي، سو عندكم بال 2 ادرس و 3 ادرس طلعوا لي ريجستري ايضا. اوكي تمام. وسووا لي تيبل، سووا لي تيبل مثل ما موجود، يعني جدول مثل ما موجود في السلايدات، الجدول بالضبط مثل ما موجود في السلايدات، وحلوا لي المشكله هذه. اكس تساوي لي اكس ضرب واي زائد زد، العفو، باستخدام ال 1 0 ادرس طبعا ميموري، 1 0 ادرس ميموري، 2 ادرس و 3 ادرس ميموري وريجستري. اوكي دكتور حط لنا بال 6، مو مشكلة إن شاء الله سكشن 6. أوكي لكتشر 6 قصدك، لكتشر 6 أوكي فاين. فعندنا لكتشر 6 تقريب، وعندنا حلكم هذا السؤال. 3 أمور لازم نسويها في الريكوردينج، تمام. ومحاضرة السي اس يوم الأربعاء، يوم الثلاثاء الساعة 4 PM، يوم الثلاثاء 4 PM. اتفقنا خلاص تمام، كله تمام. اوكي ان شاء الله comparison don't worry about it, we'll do the comparison later. ما راح تجي معنا في الامتحان الان، comparison ما راح يجي معنا في الامتحان الان. I will leave it to the final. اوكي واضح؟ ان شاء الله I hope you have benefited. طبعا المحاضرة مسجلة ف you can go back to it. Again my email is open for your questions. You can ask me questions and I will answer them as soon as possible. Please revise very well for the exam, please. Okay, I will be disappointed. See, look, الحقيقة شوفوا دائما مع طلابي حتى في الجامعات الماضية درست فيها I spend all my energy for my students, all my energy. بالمقابل إذا طلابي جاوبوا علامات سيئة I will be disappointed. إذا طلابي جاوبوا علامات سيئة I will be disappointed. فلا تجيبوا علامات سيئة أرجوكم، جيبوا علامات كويسة. but you have to study the exam. يعني دائما في امتحاناتي، طبعا امتحان يعني دائما امتحاناتي شوية challenging، شوية ما هي سهلة ولا هي صعبة. Just a second. I'm reading now. Okay, I'm reading now. Okay, so yeah, so please study very well. If you have questions, please ask me. Okay, in the exam دائما بالassessment لا أعرفكم ولا تعرفوني. الاسسمنت عندي مقدسة. في الاسسمنت أسئلتي شوية challenging ولا أعرفكم ولا تعرفوني. It's you and your own and your studying. Okay, so anyway لازم I have to go now. So بالتوفيق. Any questions please ask me, and inshallah I will see you again on Tuesday for those who take CS with me. يلا السلام عليكم.